What up, YouTube? It's your boy Rzd Reacts, and we are back with another Rzd review. We're reviewing the latest episode of JJK, Tokyo Colony 1 Part 2. So let's get into it.
You can see it in the stride, got me feeling brand new, feeling brand new, feeling brand new, feeling brand new, got me feeling brand new, feeling brand new, feeling brand new, feeling brand new.
Now, I'm not gonna hold you. JJK definitely took a break last week, came back this week with a lot of exposition. It was a lot of exposition. Like, even my reaction on the channel to the episode, it was a lot of reading because I was watching sub. So it was a lot of me trying to pay attention to what was going on, what was being said. And it was interesting, man, to just see Higuruma's backstory, to see how he got his powers when they like manifested in him. And we didn't see what happened when they manifested in him. We just saw that he was helping somebody pretty much get off of a murder robbery charge that he had got put on him. And low-key feels like he was framed. And Higuruma's just like, I don't know, something about the story don't feel right. So he tries to use the evidence. They go through the whole trial exposition and all that stuff like that. They find him not guilty in the first trial. The prosecution appeals, get to the second trial. They find him guilty and give him a life sentence. Now, mind you, they give the disclaimer that 99.9% of court cases in Japan end in a guilty verdict. And so for him to get him not guilty in the first one, and then they appeal it and he gets guilty with a life sentence, Higuruma wasn't having that because he had already spoken to the dude. They thought they were going to be working through the process of getting him off. Because they believe that he didn't commit that murder, and unfortunately the system worked against him after the appeal, and he had the opportunity to appeal again, but at that moment Higuruma kind of snapped, and when he snapped, his Shikigami came out and he was like, nah, everybody come back to the courtroom, we about to have a retrial right now. And then it cut back to present day and we see Yuji pretty much getting led directly to Higuruma by the guy who recognized him, and we got a little bit of his backstory of how he even knew Yuji, and that was cute, that was sweet. He was hanging with the wrong crowd at his school and just kind of being complicit to a lot of their foolishness. Yuji pulled up and said, man, I ain't having none of that. They beating up on the innocent. I got hands for everybody, and gave them to everybody. Was about to give him to Buddy, but he chose not to because he asked him, he was like, what about you? What's up? And Buddy was just like, nah. So he ain't give him the hands. He ain't give him the left, right, good night. But he beats the mother boys up. And we see him leading directly to Higuruma. He goes in there, tries to bargain with Higuruma. And Higuruma's like, nah, I'm cool on that, bro. Like, Yuji was like, we want the Culling games to end. Can we use your 100 points to put in a rule so that way we can get it to end without all the senseless killing? He was just like, you know what? Nah, I need that. It's just like, nah, I need that. And yeah. So Yuji heard him out as he was talking. And he was just like, all right then, man. Let me get them 100 points up off you. And proceeded to light up his fist with curse energy. So Higuruma stands up, walks off the stage, and confronts Yuji and does a domain expansion. Before throwing any hands, does a domain expansion, and now they're in Higuruma's domain in like a courtroom setting, which is mad interesting. So I'm excited to see where this fight is finna go. How Yuji's gonna get out of this, I'm not sure, but I'm excited to see it play out. On the Megami side, we find out that the shorty that was leading him to Higuruma allegedly was lying. I knew she looked fraudulent. I knew it. I called it last episode and last review. I was like, somebody lying. I don't know who, but I don't trust the shorty. And I was like, I don't trust either one of them, but I don't know. The shorty seemed devious. And yeah, so we find out that she was devious and she's working with somebody named Reggie, who has on like papers. It look like sticky notes. I don't. It's weird. Like the outfit he got on is just questionable. But and Reggie pretty much asks him, does he know about the Cullen game? Does he know about the barriers? Does he know the goal of the Cullen game? And Megami thought he knew and pretty much gave out the information that he thought he knew. Didn't tell him about Tengen. And Reggie was like, "Nah, you kind of right, you kind of on the right track, but at the same time, what you're saying that is for is probably just playing B or C." And we get Reggie was like, "Yo, do you know Kenjaku?" He was just Megami was like, "How do you know Kenjaku?" And we just see them. Reggie just pretty much breaking him off on game. Like, look, if he wanted to just use the sorcerer's curse energy, the number of sorcerers would be a lot bigger in these barriers. The randomization of the sorcerers when you enter into the barrier wouldn't be a thing, and it wouldn't be drastically different levels of strength between each sorcerer in the Cullen game if he wanted just to use the cursed energy given off by the sorcerers as they fought. And so he was just like, my thought is Kenjaku's probably doing this for some ulterior motives, probably wants to weed out all the weak sorcerers, and once the strong ones are left, he's probably gonna blow the whole thing. And as he's explaining that, we cut to Kenjaku meeting pretty much, it was almost like an Illuminati scene, because he was like walking in this building and it was a bunch of people with shadowed out faces sitting at a table, and he's just walking up to them, and one of the people was like, "Well, shall we begin?" And Kenjaku was just like, "Thank you for inviting me, so let's get to it." And the whole time we didn't hear anybody speak, but we saw what they said, so that was interesting. That was an interesting way to play out. And then the episode ended, and so I'm super intrigued as to what is about to transpire and what is Kenjaku's true goal for the Cullen game. Let me know in the comments below, without spoilers, what your guess is on what his end goal is for the Cullen game. Me personally, I don't know. But I'm interested to see your theories. Your theories. No spoilers. We just crafting theories at this point. Because I'm an anime only at this point. I've seen some stuff in the manga, so I know some stuff is coming up, but I don't know how we get there. So let me know in the comments below how you felt about this particular episode. For me, I'll probably give this episode, I give this episode like a 7.5. And the reason why I give it 7.5 because it was a lot of exposition. Which I don't mind. I feel like those episodes are needed because it helps further progress the story. So I do like that aspect of it, especially when it comes to storytelling. The Higuruma backstory, it was sad for sure, but it did give us insight into Higuruma and where he's been, how he got these abilities, and why he's kind of where he's at today. So I did appreciate that. It was similar to episode 3 to me. It was like a lot of information that was just dumped on us, and now we got a new theory that Kenjaku is lying about the whole reason for the Cullen games in the first place. So with all that being said, I'm putting it at 7.5. Let me know in the comments below what your rating was, and don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already, and never forget, it's FreeSoul. It is so free.